Timothee Chalamet stars
in a Willy Wonka remake, and the trailer that came out looks...
So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that, reverse it.
Yeah, man, here we go again. So there is yet again another remake, as if we haven't become tired of those, and the classic story that Hollywood has decided to tamper with is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Many people have already started sharing their disapproval for this remake online, and as it stands, it's projected to be one of the biggest box office flops of the year, which is insane when you consider the fact that Flash came out this year. It seems like Mr. Chalamet has a tall task ahead of him. The question is, will he live up to the legacy of this historic character, or will Wonka just be another cringe remake? Will Timothee Chalamet ruin Willy Wonka? We all remember experiencing the magic of the Chocolate Factory and being introduced to our guide, the eccentric, bubbly, and even strange character that is Willy Wonka.
Please, we have so much time and so little to see. Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it. We have to get on, we have so much time and so little to do.
Many people in the audience grew up watching the original Willy Wonka film that starred Gene Wilder as Wonka and is the most well known. This was made in 1971 and had classic moments such as Wonka's entrance, the fruit-flavored wall, and the chocolate river. But I'm sure many people watching also grew up watching the 2005 adaptation, which was called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and starred Johnny Depp in the lead role.
Oh, up and out!
What do you really mean?
Yeah, I do.
But it's made of glass. It'll smash into a million pieces.
This contained many moments such as the recruitment of the Oompa Loompas, the squirrel scene, and the elevator. Whether you're a fan of Depp's Wonka or a die-hard Wilder fan, I'm sure the legacy of Willy Wonka and this beloved story is super important to you, and should rather remain untouched as opposed to it being remade for a quick buck. But what exactly is the legacy of Willy Wonka? What is the character's history? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was originally a book written by legendary author Roald Dahl in 1964.
To me, writing, we're talking about fine children's books as opposed to fine novels, adults. The children's book is far, far harder.
The book was later adapted into a movie, which was released in 1971 and starred Gene Wilder as the eccentric Willy Wonka.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Funny enough, this movie was clearly ahead of its time because it absolutely bombed at the box office. Even after flopping financially, the people eventually caught up, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory became a cult classic, a movie that many people hold dearly in their childhood memories. Wilder's Wonka is well known, and is the person most people think about when they hear the name Willy Wonka. Later, the movie was adapted in 2005 for modern audiences and starred Johnny Depp as Mr. Wonka.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Depp's Wonka was completely different, less bubbly and charismatic. He had pale skin, a bob hairstyle, and was almost creepy in how he acted.
The best kind of prize is a surprise.
Since Johnny Depp is the great actor he is, many people think of his face whenever they hear the name Willy Wonka. Since this movie was released decades after the original, this more modern version is what a lot of people in the audience probably grew up watching as well. But with another Wonka movie coming so soon, Universal can't say that they're making a movie for modern audiences. We all know this is for money. And that brings us to the next thing I want to talk to you about, and that's the problem with remakes. The Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, Mulan, Aladdin, Percy Jackson, The Lion King, the new Harry Potter series, hell, even the last 3 Star Wars movies count as remakes at this point. Remakes in the modern era of movies are now more common than actual original stories. Look at any list of movies that were anticipated to release this year, and you'll see what I mean. It's like Hollywood as an industry has completely run out of ideas and are content on just falling back on the successes of the past to make big paydays. The worst part of it all is that it's low-key working. We all know who the biggest culprit is in all of this, and how the fact that they own everything allows them to control the industry. But you can't deny the numbers. 2017's Beauty and the Beast remake made $1.26 billion. 2016's Mowgli made $996 million. The Lion King remake made the highest amount, with $1.6 billion. So So if companies like this one, who own the rights to these great stories, can still leech all that money out of them, why should they change? Why should they even take the time to come up with new original stories and risk losing money? Even though Willy Wonka is being made by Universal, it seems to be next in line for this exact strategy. From the way Chalamet is dressed up, it seems like his Willy Wonka will take off to the classic 1971 Wonka. But from the trailer alone, he doesn't seem like he's going to be able to pull it off. Now, personally, I like Timothee, and I hope he does pull it off, but I love Willy Wonka, so I know how important this role is, and I hope he does as well. Now, before this ends, we need to address the elephant in the room. No, not that one. That one. And that one. And that one. And even that one. We all know the creative crisis Hollywood is going through. But we also know that due to certain powers, they're having to change many classic stories in order to cater to modern audiences. This approach, which everyone seems to label as progressive, has been done more times than I can count in the last decade. And for some reason, each time it's done, everyone acts like it's the first time anyone has ever done it. Rachel Zegler, the Latina girl who is set to play Snow White, had this to say about the upcoming flop.
Cartoon was so focused on her finding true love, and it's really not even in her mind at all in this film. So focused on becoming the leader and how to find her own agency.
Bro, it's a kid's movie. Please don't bring your politics into our childhood. I really hope that Wonka doesn't have any progressive agendas in it, and it's just a fun, harmless movie for the kids. The movie seems to be about Willy Wonka's origins, so that's promising. In closing, man, you can keep your Captain Marvel, you can keep your Snow White, but please, leave our Willy Wonka alone. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.